Chiefy, just clarification on players coming back. We know Roof's going. We just spoke to him. I saw Josh Oluwaimi. He's okay. I think it was illness last time. Is that it? Is there anyone else you've got coming back?
No, Nicola is still early stages, just more precautionary and making sure that get his loads right, that he can run around with that risk of injury. So he's out for this week. I think that's pretty much it. I think Payne's back. The only one that's been out for a while is Corbin and Nathan Walker. Yeah.
Carlo Aento obviously provided the cross for the goal in the last round. Obviously building up his minutes. Are you excited by what you see in terms of his ability to create chances?
I was happy because of the impact that he made coming off the bench, like I was with the other subs as they included. I thought they really changed the game for us, allowed us to be more on the front foot and capitalise on a lot of those chances that we're making. But yeah, Carlo's great, to be fair. Again, he's one that I need to be a little bit slower with in integration, and we're just building up for his new role. And it's going to take time with all the boys, but it's going in the right direction.
And is that just an update on his integration into the squad as well, and what sort of minutes he may get tomorrow night?
Yeah, I went against the health gurus, the health bosses in the team. He was supposed to be rested for the last game, but kind of pushed him in a little bit. He finished his pre-season 3 weeks ago, I think it was in Iraq, and took a calculated risk that he could play some time. I just wanted him to be part of the group, and the way the game went, and his enthusiasm wanting to come on, he was asking to come on. I just thought we'd give him about 15-20 minutes, and it was good for that.
Were you able to get a decent gauge on what Heidelberg will offer by watching their game against Western Sydney?
Yeah, so I think structurally they're very good. 4-2-4, the 2-6s cover the half space well defensively. They counter-attack quite well. They've got a lot of A-League experience. I think Ben Collins is a really good player for them at the back. Leslie Otis controls their midfield quite well, and their front two are very... Bull, I can't pronounce his surname, but I remember him from his time in New South Wales as well. Dangerous player. So, dangerous team. They've only lost 3 games in the NPL. They're fighting on all fronts: the league, the cup, and now the Australia Cup as well. So, we go into the game, utmost respect. Wanderers last week for a large part, even though it was 3-0. I thought they controlled a large part of that game, just couldn't capitalise, but that's because of Heidelberg's discipline. So we're going to go there, knowing that probably, 1 goal, 2 goals, might just be the difference in the game. I don't think they'll give too much, and we won't give anything up either.
The longer you stay in the Cup, the more meaningful matches you get in pre-season, which hasn't always been something that the Phoenix have been able to achieve. So is that part of it as well? I know you want to win it, but getting meaningful games by staying in the Cup?
I'll just wait for this guy to finish. The meaningful games are very important for our pre-season, because usually this early on, because what we find is traditionally we're usually out of the Cup very early. And we don't start hitting straps until around September. And the issue with that is that sometimes you might have players out, and then 2 or 3 games is not a lot of time to build cohesion going into a season. We kind of experienced that last season. So for a large part, these games are invaluable. We give 100%. It's really good. The only downside is the time between games. You've seen, like, for most part with the draw, it's either a week and a half or 2 weeks, and then finding opposition here to play in that, in those breaks. So we have to play internals, makes it a little bit more tricky. But again, looking forward to it.
Just one more from me. Any progress on the 5th import? And presumably you are still looking at a centre-back or a defender? Yeah,
so we're going to sign a visa centre-back in the next day. So it's already done. It's just a matter of formalities. And that's all I'll give you on that. And then we're looking to expand the squad with another left-sided player and potentially another attacker as well.
Great.
With what's going on with Western United, is there quite a bit of disruption around the draw, how the A-League campaign is going to look, and how does that affect you guys as teams?
So at the moment, there was a draw that was in place with the 13 teams, and everyone allocated their rounds home and away. So we started planning. There is a little bit of a disruption in terms of prep, but we're already I mean, we're still 2 months out from the season, so I think if they come to a resolution quickly with United, then they're able to get out a draw within the next 2 weeks. I can't see it being much of a disruption. In actual fact, I think going back to even competition in terms of like it takes away the bye, and I think the bye is very disruptive in the season, to be fair. So from that point, I think there's a benefit. I mean, I don't want to see West United get kicked out. In actual fact, I'd love the league to expand. But from that point, it probably has an advantage of going back to even rounds and not having those gaps and so on. But yeah, hopefully it's resolved soon.
And how far away is Albie? I said there's footage of him at training, jumping around, diving and stuff. So is he getting close now? I'd
say he's very close. Just more precautionary at the moment. He's been doing really well. I've seen that he's been doing a lot of rehab with Jamie Hassett, our second physio. He's been doing really well, to be fair. So it's a good spot. Now Amon as well played last week, and Josh is back. So there's really healthy competition with the goalkeepers.
And Jaden Smith, is he travelling? What's the situation?
So he picked up a knock with his back a couple of weeks ago and came back. Took a knock to the head during training during the week, so it's precautionary, more concussion sort of issues. So he should be back next week.
And that back five, is that sort of the starting point that you're looking at for this season? Do you think it's
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you without giving away too much, we'll be a 3-4-3 this year.